There was a time not long ago when the typical BMW 3 Series review used an entire glossary worth of car geek jargon to convey the sports sedan's greatness. Reviewers waxed poetic about its steering feel, damping character, and handling balance to capture the character you could feel in your hands and inner ear, character that couldn't be quantified by test results alone. Our jobs are easier when a 3 Series shows up these days. Want to know what the 2023 BMW M340i xDrive is all about? Check out the bananas acceleration times. Hammering to 60 miles per hour in 3.8 seconds, the all-wheel drive M340i trails the rear-drive 503 HP M3 competition by just 0.3 seconds in Motor Trend testing. A 12.3-second quarter-mile puts the mid-level 3 Series ahead of the 472 HP Cadillac Court 4V Blackwing in a head-to-head drag race. Those numbers tell the story. It's the engine, not the chassis, that makes the M340i special among today's luxury sports sedans. The turbocharged 3.0-liter inline-six makes 382 HP, 369 pounds-ft of torque, and a magnificent, almost musical sound when you stand on the throttle. You'd expect a single turbo engine with this much displacement and this much power to be saddled with either a sniff of turbo lag or a wheezy top end. Not BMW's B58 engine. In any gear and at any RPM, the M340i responds to the driver's right foot with knee-jerk reflexes and a forceful shove. Admittedly, though, the idea of in any gear at any RPM is purely hypothetical, unless you're shifting the automatic transmission in its manual mode. The excellent 8-speed gearbox drops into the right gear with crisp, quick shifts and perfect timing. BMW bolted a 48-volt mild hybrid system onto the M340i's B58 engine last year. The electric motor provides 11 HP squirts of power that you'll never notice and nudges fuel economy. The electric motor provides 11 HP squirts of power that you'll never notice and nudges fuel economy up from 25 to 26 mpg combined. If you're upgrading from an earlier M340i, you might clue into the mild hybrid smoother engine stop-start system events, but the system works well enough to earn the highest compliment we can think to give it. It's imperceptible. The 3 Series has undergone a mid-cycle facelift, also known as a life cycle impulse or LC in BMW speak for 2023, that adopts elements of BMW's in-your-face design language without disfiguring the more recognizable cues. The lower center grille has swollen in size, the outboard brake cooling ducts are now surrounded by gloss black boomerangs, and the rear fascia sports a crude-looking diffuser that can't possibly be functional. It's not pretty, but next to the M3 and XM, the M340i looks positively restrained. The bigger change comes inside, where BMW has retrofitted the iDrive 8 infotainment system that's also found in the electric BMW X and i4. It combines a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster and a 14.9-inch infotainment screen under a single piece of curved glass standing atop the dashboard. For the latest automotive design trend, designers have used the additional digital real estate as an excuse to remove nearly all the physical buttons for the audio and climate systems. You can still scroll and click through the screens using the large control knob on the center console or jump between core functions, nav, phone, media, etc. using the buttons just ahead of the iDrive controller. We won't be surprised, though, if these controls also end up in a dumpster in the near future. The user interface was clearly designed around the idea that most drivers will tap and swipe the touchscreen instead. Whether the big screen qualifies as an upgrade depends on how comfortable you are with digitization of the driving experience. The graphics are beautifully rendered and iDrive's organization is still easy to follow, but like so many modern cars, the system is starting to feel cluttered by a weather app and calendar integration and a dozen other apps that we're not convinced anyone actually uses. As more features get crammed into these screens and the buttons on the dashboard disappear, automakers are needlessly complicating the way we interact with our cars.